It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Think Esther was finna get some money up out of me? Boy, she wasn't finna get a wooden nickel. One thing about me is I don't treat women. I court them. You know, it's a big difference in a real way. And I'm gonna court my wife and that queen out there somewhere, baby. If you watching this, hello, my man. I love you and I'm waiting on you to. So after the show, me and Esther were having a conversation. And if Esther gave her number to Rhino, the proof is in the pudding right there. The proof is in the pudding. If you gave your number to Rhino, because Rhino's not the person. She gave her number or her Instagram or whatever to Chandler. Now, fellas, peep game right here. One thing is you never address another man about a woman's conduct. If this is your woman, even though she's not my woman, you know, I did what I call a temperature check. I want to know what type of time is we really on before I start investing my heart, mind, body, and soul into you. Because when I find a woman, that's my problem. I'm a Cancer. I go into the situation thinking, you know, this is going to be the last one. I'm going to make this work. You know, I'm manifesting perseverance, trying to get it to work. But they always have a wandering eye. So they miss out about who I allow into my life. Because women do happen to like these big muscles, though. These big turtle muscles, though. Oh, wait. But yeah, anyway, you know, turtles got the hardest shell. So I appreciate, you know, all the love, all the hatred. But Chandler came up to her and he handed her his phone. Boom. He handed her the phone just like this. So I turn to look at her. Like I just said, you don't address another man. I turn to look at her. I said, that's what you doing, baby? She said, yeah. Oh, what? I turned around. You're disqualified immediately because you don't know what the prize look like. Your eyes still wandering. Baby, I found my match. You know, we about to have a ball.
All this clout chasing got me fired from work, man. I really love plumbing and I'm good at it. And they got that taken from me. Y'all are sick and y'all called the company 500 times and are messing up business. Now, before I get started, this man is a plumber. So if you have the skills, you don't have to work for somebody. You can. It's gonna take a minute for you to build up your clientele, but you definitely can work for yourself. Nah, that's all I have to say about that. So you got yourself fired, sir. Got messages. Come on now. She put the message in vanish mode. Now I'm not attractive. I told you, no, you can't have a second chance, but you're not qualified to. She said, I wanted to reach out and apologize giving another guy my Instagram. It wasn't my intention to disrespect you in any way. He asked for my number, but I thought it might be more appropriate to connect on Instagram since he mentioned having a podcast and potentially having me on there. I genuinely wanted to know you and would love to see where things could go between us. I hope you understand, and I'm sorry if I caused you any confusion or hurt feelings. Let me know if you're open to talk about it. If not, I understand. Esther?
Somebody lose their job. Like, what are you talking about? How can I make somebody lose their job? I didn't put a gun up to his head. So how does me calling him a Ninja Turtle make him lose his job? He did that to himself. So I guess he got mad about that.
Y'all want to talk about it? Let's fucking talk about it. This man that you see right now, his name is Aaron, and he was in this video and it went viral. It hit over 2 million views. And let me tell you, you can see it in real life how crazy he is, how rude and nasty he is. Remember all my stories about how he put sugar in my gas tank, how he put a tracker in my car, how he put his spare cell phone recording at all times to try to catch me at work cheating when I work with nothing but women. Yeah, he would do pop-ups at work and everything. He uses the same excuses over and over again. So if you want more story behind this, go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Let me know if you want the full story time behind it, because it can get very detailed, very graphic, and I was left very traumatized. I had to move apartments, get a new car. So again, if you want the details, go ahead and drop a comment below.
Fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know? Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're a humble person, someone that responds.
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespect.
You know, but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to you.
Totally fine.
All right, now that we opened the can of worms, let's go ahead and talk about part 1 of Watch Who You Date. So his name is Aaron. Aaron is my ex. We dated for a few months and it didn't last very long, and let me tell you why. He is like insane. It's like he has that little person talking to him in the corner of his shoulder at all times. Like he's making up constant stories in his head about like that I'm cheating on him, that he's got to watch his back, that I have guys in my apartment at all times, and that I'm cheating while I'm at work, when I work in a clinic full of women, by the way. So let's take it back to the beginning. So again, we met. I lived in Arizona. He lived in New Mexico, and he said, oh, I have a friend that lives in Arizona. I was actually just there. I was like, oh, dang, well, whenever you're down here again, let's grab dinner or whatever. He's like, all right. He ended up coming, and his plan was to end up moving to Arizona anyway with his friend, right? He ended up at my house so much anyway that I was just kind of like, I mean, you kind of already live here. His clothes was there, everything. So I was like, fuck it, just, you know, that was my mistake. So my mom ends up making dinners for us all the time. We're Mexican. We make huge dinners. And the first time he went, he met the family and everything was cool. But when we left, my mom called me and she said, are you okay? And I said, what do you mean, am I okay? She said, well, I see something in his eye, like he wants to hurt you or like he wants to control you. I don't know how to tell you because I don't want you to think that I'm crazy. But I'm just telling you to be careful and really think about if this is the guy that you really want to be with. And I was like, well, I mean, it kind of is already in motion, you know, it's already happening. So then my mom invites us over for dinner again. I think it was the next day, and we play loteria. And I guess he was just like, no, I don't want to go. Like he started little by little, kind of not wanting to be around my family. And I don't know if he noticed that my family didn't really like approve of him or whatever. I'm not too sure. But anyways, that was a red flag number 1. It's kind of like he was already trying to distance me from my own family. You know, like the only protection that I have had is from my family, and he was trying to move me away. So when I first started talking to him, I was talking to other people, as in I had a lot of guy friends. And I don't hang out with too many girls because sometimes it can get overwhelming and a lot of drama can start. So they would still text my phone, and of course I talked to somebody else before I met him too. It kind of just ended up going in the direction with Aaron. And so they would text my phone, and he would check my phone every few hours. Every time a vibration would go off, every time I'd get a notification, he's looking at me like he wants to like literally do something to me. I don't know what was going on. It's just that look in his eyes, and you guys know because you have seen that look in the Pop the Balloon game, like this video that went viral. So he starts checking my phone every few hours. He starts to track my location. I gave him my location on my phone because I was like, I have nothing to hide, right? And I'm always either at work with him at home or with my family. All right, welcome back to part 2 of Watch Who You Date. We're talking about Aaron, the guy that went viral on Pop the Balloon game. So anyways, he starts to distance me from my family. He starts to track me. I give him my location because I had nothing to hide. Every time I would walk by the window, my location would show that I was outside. So he'd call me like, what are you doing outside? Who are you messing with at work? Why aren't you working? Like that controlling, right? Then he starts doing pop-ups at my job, and it got so bad because he would show up in his work truck while he's supposed to be at work at my job that my supervisor had to keep watching me. We had to basically like, everybody had to walk me to my car after work to make sure that I made it. And the girls would text me, hey, did you make it? Again, it's a clinic full of girls. So that was a red flag number 2. And then one time I walked outside to the cafeteria, and he calls me and he's like, how did I know you were outside? So that in my head was like, circles are already turning. I go to my car to see if he put a tracker because he is capable of doing some shit like that. And I couldn't find anything. And then he pops up at my job like, don't break up with me, don't do this, like I'll change. I thought I was going to catch you doing something. And I was like, how did you know I was outside, right? He said, I put my extra phone tracking you in your car and I left it on record because I was expecting to record you doing something, as in cheating on me or like messing around in your car. And I was like, I was done. After that, I was completely done. I said, get your stuff, get out of my house, and come bring me my key. And he was like, no, I'm gonna change, whatever. I went home, he was still there. He was like, let's try to work it out. I was like, you know, he already lives with me, he moved here, like whatever. And it was going, I was going to do it so bad. And then he went to go get coffee for me or something from Starbucks, and he was like, something's wrong with your car. And I was like, what do you mean something's wrong with my car? He's like, yeah, it started to act weird. And I was like, okay, hold on right there. My car, I have a 2019 Dodge Challenger. It's been perfectly fine. I kept up with the oil. I don't understand. All of a sudden you're driving it and something's wrong with it. Part 3, and this is the last part that I'm going to post about Aaron, the buff guy from Pop the Balloon Game and Watch With Every Day. So, he was like, yeah, your car's acting funny. I was like, no. At that point, I was like, already get out of my house. Like, I don't want you here. You ain't paid one bill. You put $20 a light one time. And maybe you spent like $30 on groceries because I was going to cook dinner one time. But my mama always told me, do not allow a man to come into your home and pay any bills, because then he's going to feel like he has the right to either stay there or like, oh, I paid the rent, I live here too. But in all reality, everything that I had gotten was mine, and I didn't allow him any part of that. So I was like, all right, get out, whatever. He leaves. He still tried to contact me. I was like, no, get out. I grabbed my car. I went to my mom's house because I didn't want him to try to come back and to try to convince me. And that's what brings to like my mind all the time. Like, you guys tell people in abusive relationships all the time, like, you need to leave, thinking that it's easy for these women to leave. And it's not. Like, yeah, they've gotten hurt or whatever, but these women are completely head over heels in love with these men. So it's not easy to leave. So I did what I thought was best. So I went to my mom's house right after. And he's calling me like, dang, you're already at somebody else's house. You're already cheating on me. I was like, whatever. And on my way to my mom's, I start to feel that my car is starting to shake. I'm like, dang, like, what is it? I took it to 2 different mechanics that were like, it was the spark plugs, the ignition coils. I fixed that. And then I went to another mechanic because it started to shake again. And supposedly it was the same thing. They fixed that again. So I went to a 3rd mechanic, and he's like, I think they might have put sugar in your gas tank, but I would need to take out the gas tank to make sure. And I was like, no, I don't think he would be capable of doing something like that. Whatever. So I couldn't find what was wrong with it. At this point, I had moved out already because I was so scared. My mom had let me borrow money because I needed to move out before my lease was up. So he didn't know where I lived. I moved apartments. So at this point, I went and got a new car. I went to the dealership and I got a new car. I changed my car. And when I asked him, hey, did you ever find out what was wrong with my Challenger? He said, yes, there was sugar in the gas tank. So this man that claims to be very godly and studies the Bible and, you know, practices this religion, put sugar in my gas tank, tracked my car, put a phone to record me in my car. And I would do things like say everything he needed to hear, like, yeah, I cheated on you, like, because I was so scared of him being crazy. Like, this guy has a record. You guys don't know that. You guys really need to be careful who you make famous on this app. I don't want to say anything else because I feel like I already opened up a big can of worms. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them, but I don't want to make this any more part. She said, how did it all start? What were the red flags? So again, it started online. Everything was super good. Like, it flowed so well. The person that you see online there is not the person that I met. Like, he masked it so well. He must have learned all of these tricks when he was getting his record or something, because he was very manipulative, very controlling. The red flags were him trying to distance me from my family, me basically paying everything. He was very controlling. He wanted to check my phone every few hours. He wanted to know where I was every second of the day instead of being at work. When he's supposed to be at work, he's over here popping up at my job. He, again, put a recorder in my car. I dropped it on all the 3 other parts. Him always saying how much money he had and how much money that he could pull out of the bank, like you seen in the Pop the Balloon Game video that went viral. He'll say, I could withdraw 100K from the bank right now, but can you Yeah, I had some debts here and there, but I always had money stashed because I was taught to never tell a man that you have money or like that you have a stash or whatever. So he would always be like, you're so broke, like you can't afford me, like just shit like that. When he'd get mad, he'd say the most, but then go and apologize and cry about it. But he actually does have a kid. He just doesn't think it's his, but he does have a kid. He even has a trust fund in the name of that kid. I do even have a receipt of him saying that he has over 100,000 like dollars in the bank. So I never actually got to see any of the money. I remember one time he like withdrew some money and he had like $20 in there, and he had to call his dad or something to like transfer money because all of his money was in a trust fund. But one time he was really mad at me, and through the text free app, because I had his number blocked, he texted me a picture of his bank account, which this is the receipt. His name right there, Aaron. I don't know what pro extra member means. I have no idea what all of this means. Supposedly this was his balance on one account and this was his balance on another. Now, do I believe it? Not necessarily. Again, I didn't let him pay for anything because I didn't want him to have the right to any of the things that I own, but he would complain about spending $20 here and $20 there. So do I actually believe that he has that amount of money in the bank? I don't, but he is a licensed plumber only because I helped him apply for some jobs here in Arizona, and I actually know where exactly he works and everything. Like, I have his email, his credentials, everything. So he is a licensed plumber. I don't know if he's employed with the same company because I haven't kept up with him ever since I blocked him. I try to close that can of worms, but this is the answer to your question. All right, so just gonna give you guys an update, and this is the last I'll probably be talking about it. So everybody keeps asking me what was the purpose of you outing him or making these videos, and it's because I needed to bring awareness to a lot of women out there. He is constantly on different dating apps because this is what all the other girls are telling me, and they're going through the same situations. And you know, a master manipulator is super easy to act super sweet and very consistent, and then boom, it's like a switch triggers. There's this girl going around Facebook right now stating that he put his hands on her and that he's lying, telling everybody that she stole his wallet. She's already contacted the authorities, and he like posted her and it was like, I'll give anybody $500 who has any information on her. You know, he's like that. He did that. He popped up with me at work with my family. Like, he's just gonna do what he wants to do or what he has to do to get what he wants. Now, update with me, he did make a fake profile. I think it's called your qualified, and he was commenting under some of my videos early this morning. He is blocked. I don't doubt that he's gonna make other profiles, and basically he was giving out false information, and I mean, all the proof is there. I really have nothing to prove. And so that is the update. I am being careful. I am around my family. I'm not alone right now, and you know, that is the end of it. I'm not bringing it up anymore. I have moved on. I just wanted to bring awareness to everybody around this situation or similar situations. He did not put his hands on me, but I knew he was going to with the way he already acted towards me. Exactly, this is one of the reasons why I started to tell my story. And after I told my side of the story, so many women have came forward. Now, this girl I found on Facebook, well, it was sent to me, and she's basically saying that they hung out and he's going around stating he got $500 on whoever finds her because that she stole his wallet or whatever, but he actually physically put hands on her. You can see it. This is her original post. I just cropped her name off of it. I don't want to expose her. I don't want to put her in any danger. So this is the Facebook post. She says she works really hard for her money. It looks like she's a single mom as well, and that he's like airing her out to whoever. This is a picture of him, and that's her little story. If she wants to come out and tell her story, that is completely up to her. It did take me a little while to come out with my side of the story. I didn't know if I wanted to do it, but again, the reason why I did it was because I wanted other women to be safe. I wanted other women to feel like they can come forward to any type of experience of abuse that they have been through, and you know, I can keep showing you guys proof if you guys want, but that's that side. Or of dating the pop the balloon game buff guy. I'm just gonna answer some questions that you guys have been asking in my chat. that I haven't had a chance to answer because I actually work a full-time job and I'm a mom. That goes with question number 1. Did you lose custody of your kids? No. Their dad and I share 50-50 custody. He likes to talk shit because I don't have full custody. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but their dad is an active father and I'm an active mother, so we share 50-50 like we should. Number 2. His sign is a Cancer. I know you guys have been asking. Number 3, I had nothing to do with him losing his job. Just because he scooped really low into a petty level and posted my kids on his TikTok and posted my phone number on his TikTok after I messaged him saying do not involve my kids and take it down, he went and posted the video. My side of the story went viral, but I am not the only one. I just had the platform to tell my story, but there is at least 6 other girls with the same exact story. So I had nothing to do with it. Number 4, just because you're gonna scoop low, I'm not gonna scoop lower. Alright, now y'all, I know you've been waiting for updates. I have not been posting anything because it got a little out of hand. But I know you guys have seen the videos go crazy on WorldStar and IG and Twitter now. I didn't even have a Twitter and I got it sent to me from everywhere. So let's get something straight real quick. I did not get him fired. And the person who did it, I don't know who it is. I don't even know where he works. So I didn't get him fired, and WorldStar happened to just flip it around and somehow said that I got him fired. For all I know, he probably quit, you know. Nothing to do with me. I didn't do it. There's a lot of upset women. There's more than 7 ex-girlfriends or people that he wasn't so very nice to that have came forward. There's accounts on Instagram now of people, I don't know who they are, posting his past and stuff, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. He took it a little too far because the only ammo he had against me was to post my kids, which is illegal, sir, and I know you're watching this video. It is illegal to post someone else's kids without their permission. You heard me? I'm no longer speaking on this topic. And the reason why I'm no longer posting is because it is a very traumatic experience. I don't think you guys understand how scary it is to have to watch every single surrounding, every time you get in your car, every time you get a notification, because it brings back PTSD. I don't think y'all understand how it feels on a woman's chest to feel like you can't do anything, like you can't breathe. I just want to feel safe again. I told my story. I gave you guys awareness. Please think about it. I said what I said. Have a nice day.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wizard Dudes at QC. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Now, for today and tomorrow only, you can get you a 3-wick candle 50% off if you hit the link down below for Opulence Scents. Yes, that's Opulence Scents. And you can get you a 3-wick candle, man. This one is called the Pass Me Not, O Gentle Savior. Okay, we stay lit. This is We Stay Lit. Pass Me Not is over here. Pass Me Not is almost gone, so I don't even use it no more because it's almost gone. I'm trying to preserve what I have left of it. But yeah, you know, get you a custom candle, man. Tell them Everyday PJ sent you. But if you click the link below, you get 50% off of a 3-wick candle. Okay. Now, let's get into it. Now, Aaron the buff balloon guy. Aaron the buff balloon guy has been going viral and viral and viral and viral, okay? And since he's been going viral, his attitude towards these women have been, you know, being criticized. Even to the fact where women have called his job and made him lose his place of employment, okay? So the guy is... I don't think he deserved that from a game show. But when you hear all the other stories, you be like, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I think the way he came off was, you know, very rude. A lot of women probably felt a little hostility after they popped their balloon because he was, you know, like he could have been more humble about himself. Like if they don't like you, they don't like you, man. But then when you show your true colors and you start talking noise, like, obviously other women are going to be turned off by it, and he didn't like that either. And I think that was kind of his fault. But all those girls look like they too skinny for him, because seeing his ex-girlfriend, she's very voluptuous, probably pushing 230 maybe, depending on how tall she is. If she's tall, definitely, but if she's short, I don't know, maybe 190 if she's short. Yeah, very voluptuous. So none of these girls on this game show look like they were his type. And seeing that she's Mexican, you know, the black guys with the lighter, fair skinned women, you know how that go, okay? But yeah, man. So she comes out and tells her story, even though she said she wasn't gonna talk about it 5 times. Came back with another video, okay? I think, you know, this is just her getting this off her chest. The first, her initial video talking about the situation, she has since deleted, but she left the rest of the stories up because, yeah, she wants to spread awareness about this person, Aaron. And, you know, we don't know all this to be true, but hey, if you hear it one time, you be like, okay, 2 times, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Bro, something's up, okay? Bro, you're crazy, okay? And then, you know, his attitude and act on this show didn't help. I know this show is meant for people to go viral on, but if you have a career, I don't think that's what you want to do. I don't think you want to just get on here and go viral for some crazy comments that you made on a little YouTube game show. Although this is a very popular game show, not everything always goes viral. A lot of things get, swept under the rug. I don't think any woman would lose a job off of the comments that they make on the show, even though some of them are egregious to the man. But you see, when a man comes out like this, you can see how he was just attacked. I'm pretty sure every woman in America was attacking him, and he, not saying that it's right, not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying he lost his job over it, and I don't think he should have lost his job over it. Not over a game show, but if you act like this, you can't be mad at the consequences that happens by your actions. Like we all say things like, oh, she said this and she said that, it made me say this. Well, when somebody says something to you, you can't be mad at the response. And then you can't be mad at the response that happens if you do something wrong. Because obviously he got a terrible response from his job because they let him go. Okay, but that's all from your actions. You can't be mad at how they responded. They don't want somebody who is this aggressive towards women working for them, and they might have to go do a plumbing on a single woman's house, and he goes in there with this attitude and this, like, come on, bro, you just can't do that. Sometimes you got to show a little humility. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't gonna be your cup of tea, and just because they not doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, because you still had people who had balloons. You still had girls that wanted to get with you, but even after the fact, you still started to show, with the text message, showing all the text message stuff, and oh, she still wanted to be me, but you not qualified, all that type of stuff, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. Like, those girls probably would have been with you, would have probably made a video about you, how you used to whoop up on them afterwards too. So, because apparently that seems to be a pattern for you, you need to go get some help and see a counselor immediately. Okay, get some of that anger off, man. Lay off the steroids. Okay, get more vitamin in your diet and fruits and vegetables, and lay up off the creatine, big dog. You your steroids is showing. All right, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this guy, Aaron the Buff, guy from the Balloon Show. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.